Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with a quick review of the Yoges Rechargeable Deluxe Replacement Head Strap for your Meta Quest 2 virtual reality gaming system. Now, you might already be wondering, Rick, do I really need a replacement head strap? I mean, doesn't a head strap that comes with the system work well enough? And the honest answer is, sort of. And what I mean by that is, the original head strap and even the upgraded head strap that they offer has a lot of material that's not the most comfortable. It's got cloth on the top, it's got rubber on the back. It does an okay job of securing the unit to your head, but you'll find over time that because it's not balanced really well, the weight of that headset on the front will start to feel top heavy. You're going to start feeling it pulling forward if you're spending a lot of time playing VR games, and you'll notice it. And more importantly, you'll have fatigue in your neck. So a head strap like this perfectly balances the weight of the front of the unit across the span of your head, which means after a little while, you almost forget you're wearing the unit. And the other thing is, this unit has upgraded materials. It's PU leather right here on the front, really soft and cushiony, same on the back. It's breathable, so when you're in a game and you're getting excited and starting to sweat, you're not going to have problems with irritating your skin. So it's an incredibly comfortable unit that's well balanced. But the other thing that's really important about this type of headset that's rechargeable is that inside the VR goggles, you have a 3640 milliampere hour battery that provides about 2 hours of gameplay depending on what you're doing with the headset. And that can get frustrating, especially if it's raining outside, if you've got a bunch of friends in the den and you all want to start playing the headset. About 2 hours of gameplay is not that long. This unit has an additional 5,000 milliampere hour battery in the back. That's rechargeable, and you'll connect that up to the headset, and you can extend the gameplay to almost 5 hours with this additional battery. Now, that gives you plenty of time for a long afternoon of gameplay, and I'm not suggesting that you sit down and play 5 hours of games directly, but you got to be careful and take some breaks every 20 or 30 minutes. But knowing you've got 5 hours of gameplay means if you have a group of friends over for the day, you've got plenty of time to get into all the games that you enjoy. Another big difference here is that this is incredibly adjustable from a really small head at 17.5 inches all the way up to a gigantic noggin at 29.5 inches. So when Uncle Frank shows up with his gigantic beaner, he can fit into this headset and it's going to be comfortable for everybody that uses it. Now, before I get too deep into some of the other features the product provides, I always like to start with an unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the product, and that way you'll understand what you get if you open up the box. And then I'll show you how to actually attach it to the VR goggles. It's incredibly easy, but in the box they give you a full instruction manual that has a lot of really good diagrams to show you step by step how to assemble it. It's an incredibly intuitive process, but I'd like to show you myself. And also in the kit, you'll find a cable that's a USB-C to USB-C. This is the cable you use to connect the battery up to the goggles. It's also the cable you use to charge those batteries. You'll basically plug this into the battery in the back, and you can plug this into your computer, battery bank, you can plug it into a USB charger, whatever you normally use to charge your phone. Just plug it in, and in about an hour's time, you can have that battery fully charged. Now, assembling the unit is incredibly easy, like I'd mentioned. The first thing you'll need to do is to remove the original strap. Now, depending on what kind of strap you've got, it's pretty straightforward. You'll have to pull off this cushion on the front. Once you get that off, you can take this strap on the top out. You'll basically pull the Velcro, slide it out of the loop on the front. Now, here's where it gets tricky. It looks like these are molded on, so it's really difficult to remove them. And I'm going to show you how to take it off, and it's going to be terrifying when you do it because it's going to make a noise that sounds like you broke something, but you didn't. You're going to want to hold the goggles like this, and you're going to twist this away from the goggles. Now listen closely. Hear that? It sounds like I just cracked the unit and broke it. I didn't. It's made to come off like that. So that's one. There's the second one. Now you can set that aside, and you're all set to install the new head strap. Now, the one thing you want to be careful of is before you slide this into these two little ears on the front, because you can already tell that these are going to slide over top of those tabs, you want to absolutely make sure that you don't have it positioned like this, because right now it's upside down. And the reason I know that is because the loop right here that attaches to the strap has to be up. So make sure you put this direction so you can see the loop on the top and you're ready to go. And then all you have to do is line up these two ears with these two slots right here. And you can see there's a little ridge inside there, and that slides over the outside of that. So the way I like to do it is to put them both in, hold it against my body, and then gently pull it in like this. And you'll feel it hit the end of travel right about there, and then it's locked in. And you can already see that I've got this beautiful support mechanism on the top, and my goggles are right where they need to be in front of my face. The last thing you have to do is attach the overhead strap, and that goes over the top of your head. That's why they call it an overhead strap. So it'll go over your head. It goes down here and through that loop. So you'll put it through the loop, pull it right out the top, just like what you did before when you pulled the other one out. And then once it goes through that loop, you'll fasten it back. Let me start from the bottom. It's a little easier. You'll fasten it back up on top of the Velcro and then attach it back in. So once you get it through that loop, which again is a little bit of a wrestling match, you can tighten this to whatever length you need for your particular head. So that's the last adjustment you're going to make. Now, the last thing you'll want to do is connect up the external battery to the goggles, and that's where the cable comes in. You'll also find a little Velcro strap right here. So take the Velcro strap off, and then if you can find the end of it, there you go. Never goes easy. You'll plug this into here, which is on the top, just like that. Be gentle with it. And then you're going to connect it to the goggles right over here. So you want to, I've got it on backwards. Of course I put it on backwards. You want that to face the direction of the plug on the goggle, so it'll come out this side like that. Then you'll pull it along here and plug it right into the side of the goggles right there. And then the Velcro strap is handy because that allows you to fasten it here so that that wire's not dangling around when you're playing. Because I know when you get into your games, you're going to be whipping your arms around and all the rest of it. So you want to make sure that the cable's not sticking out and get caught on anything. And that's pretty much it. And then you can put it on your head. And again, this adjustment knob in the back is how you adjust it. For me, I pull it all the way out. Oh, I forgot to put the front piece on. So this is the foam on the front that goes back on. So once you put the strap in, you can snap this back in, just like this. And then once that's in, you're good to go. And to put this on your head, you're just going to put it on like this, and then tighten the back piece, like that, so it comes in nice and tight. And boy, is that comfortable. And if you want to, you can adjust the strap. Now you can see there's a lot of looseness up there, so you'll want to pull this down. And again, this takes like 30 seconds to make that adjustment. And then once it's tight on there, you're good to go. You want to have that down in the back and this in the front. And man, is that on there. That's not going anywhere. And the best part about this is that it's perfectly balanced across my head. So before, I felt the goggles pulling me forward. Now that these are in there nice and tight, I don't feel it at all. It's like it's sitting on top of my head, but between the cup in the back and this little cup in the front, I've got perfect adjustments on the head. So that's pretty much it for today. Knowing I've got an additional 5,000 milliampere hour battery in the back means that I can play for up to 5 hours on the goggles. Again, I'm not going to play it myself for 5 hours because I'm going to come out all kinds of dizzy, but having them on there means that I can have somebody else play it for a little while. I can play it for a little while. I can pass it off to my cousin, let him play it for a little while, and it just gives you a lot more extended gameplay than you would get with the original strap. So the two things that make this special are the fact that it's perfectly balanced. It has really comfortable surfaces that aren't going to affect your skin if you play for a length of time. And then second, and probably most importantly, it's got the 5,000 milliampere hour battery in the back, which greatly extends your gameplay. And that's pretty much it for today. So hopefully you found this review helpful. I like this product an awful lot. We've been using it for a couple of weeks, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It just makes playing the game so much easier, knowing I've got extra gameplay time, and the comfort of the headset is just brilliant. So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, as always, stay nerdy.